What is going on, guys? I'm doing my first probably 2K video, 2K23 video out there. I just thought I should help everyone out with Sigs and all that, and I thought it'd be important to put a video out there because there's a lot of them out there. But to be honest, I thought I might make one. I don't know, cause I haven't made a video like yet. So I'm gonna start off with like finishing moves, and then I'll get to the Sigs, and then the jump shot will probably be at the end of the video, if I'm being honest. So I'm going to start off with, you can copy all these, if you're 6'1", copy down all of these scoring moves. Layups, for layups, a lot of videos don't show the best layups. So the best layups in the game for small guards are John Morant, Kyrie, and you can use Zach LaVine if you want. Zach LaVine is the best layup package in the game, if you want to use that. And then James Harden's alright. The Euros are actually pretty good. George Gervin, if you have a low layup, pretty good for Euros as well. John Beard's a bit slow, to be honest. And then long athlete is pretty good as well. If you can get that, pretty high. Jelly's pretty damn good as well. But that's about it. For dunks, I would recommend LeBron for like the one-handers. And he gets some good two-handers as well. And Michael Jordan, if you have like Loomis takeoff on goal or higher, otherwise probably don't use it. Or you have to have Loomis takeoff on goal. It's an 88 drum down. If you can get it, it is one of the best dunk packages out there. Quick drops, you always have to have this on. Best dunk package in the game. There's nothing better than it. It doesn't get blocked pretty often. Like more often than not, it doesn't. Final questions is pretty good, but if something like rim take, I always find myself missing them. It's really annoying. So just don't use them. Windmill baselines if you want baselines. Dunks, I guess. Shayham tomahawks if you want one-handers. Pretty the best like one-handers that isn't LeBron. And it is pretty damn good. You need that as well. Windmills are fun if you want to get flashy up in here. They're pretty hard to block as well. If you can't get Michael Jordan, use Krelidose off one as well. Pretty good. Alley-oops. Do not use Pro. Pro is really bad, really slow. Just use Elite and Pro contact, and if you can get Zions, use that as well. It's 87. Obviously, a lot of builds just have an 86. So just use these two. Pro's like really slow, not bad. Even if you get an alley-oop. Elite, you use all your contact dunks. Use all of them if you can get them. A lot of people just use 2 of them, like Elite, because they think if you use all of them, you don't get all the dunks. Like, you don't get all the animations. It stops you from getting them, but that's not true. You get all of them, and it's actually you get Elite more than Pro most of the time, to be honest. Right, and now we can get on to the Sigs here, up in here. For the Sigs, this is for a 6'1" guard. I'm gonna start for 6'1" guard. But for the dual style, well, I'm gonna tell you both of them. For every build, you should use Michael Jordan still. I mean, there are some that don't have because you need a higher dual style. I don't have any continues. I can't get. I don't think Michael Jordan's good. I think I've heard Trae Young is good, but I can't get it. I'm restricted Trae Young. I've heard some good things about that. Chris Paul is apparently pretty good as well. If you don't have a high speed ball, use Gabby Williams. I feel like you said, yeah, 50 Gabby Williams is actually pretty good. I use all the builds that I haven't upgraded yet. Maybe up 60 or something. So that is a good one. Michael Jordan is obviously the best in the game because it's going to get 75. Like most things, Trae Young is really high rated, but if you just do something with a 92, I think Trae Young is pretty good to try that one out. For the size ups, there's a bunch of them good ones up in here. I have all the best ones, I think. So if you're a 6'1", use Steve Francis, gives you a fast speed boost. Every pro guard uses Steve Francis. Would recommend. Helps you go side to side like all the pros. A lot of other people would use Trae Young instead of Steve Francis, which is fine. Trae Young is also pretty good, 6'1" guard. And Derrick Rose is actually pretty decent if you want to be explosive and dunk the ball. Those are the 3 for guards I would recommend. If you're more of a side-to-side person, I think Steve Francis is definitely the best for 6'1" guards. And if you're a taller guard, like 6'8", 6'9", like that. I'll go with Tracy McGrady, Donovan Mitchell, or De'Aaron Fox, and Giannis is pretty good if you don't have a high ball handles, especially for like 6'11s. Point that out there. If you do have 6'11 with like a 70 points, like example Giannis build, I'll use Giannis' size up. I'll use Donovan Mitchell for 6'9s. This is the best size up you can use. Jason McGrady's pretty good as well, obviously. De'Aaron Fox and Donovan Mitchell are pretty similar when you look at it from perspective, but Donovan Mitchell is definitely the best. Definitely recommend that one. As far as like escapes, if you have a high ball handles and you like to move around more, Trae Young is the best, especially for hesitations and that. This is really good. John Wall's another good one for hesitations. If you got low ball handles, I would use that. Okay. If you're a standstill dribbler like me, and you like to do a hop back, which is like a step back, Trae Young doesn't give you that. Okay, it's just there for hesitations. You can't do many hop backs. Kemba Walker gives you that. Let's say example, you're like doing an off the side and you want to do a hop back. Kemba Walker's that. Kemba Walker's like stand still. If you're trying to do a hesitation move, you won't go to the side. You'll just stand there like that. It's pretty good if you can get an 86 ball handle. I've used it on taller guards as well. On taller guards, if you don't have an 86, I'd use Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is the best one for taller guards. Trae Young's a fun one to use for 6'1s, but I reckon the best is Trae Young, Kemba, and Kevin Durant if you have to look. Moving crossovers, the low ball handlers, I'd use LeBron James. It's kind of like Russell Westbrook's, but it's good, I don't think. If you don't care about crossovers and you just want to feel nice, Chase Taylor's another good one. But I personally use James Harden on all my builds. James Harden's the best here. He just launches you forward. But that's about that. Stephen Curry does create a little bit of a first step. And on transition, if you have like hyperdrive and like gold, Russell Westbrook is probably another good one. I used to use Russell Westbrook a lot, especially on transition. It's pretty good. I think it's faster than LeBron. But James Harden's definitely the best. Moving behind the back, I use Pro because it just separates a lot of space, especially when you're going like declining a screen. It is really handy for that. I want to point out. And Pro is definitely really good because it only needs a 75 ball handles. I use it. I used to use Dame. Dame's another good one. If you can get 90 ball handles, Dame is pretty good. A lot of people use Dame, especially if they're spamming it over and over again. And that tall, it's like 6'9". Most 6'9s can't get 90 ball handles, so I won't use that. You can't get it actually. Scottie Pippen is like Pro, but Pro is better and faster. I want to point that out. A lot of people use James Harden, but I would personally use Pro, Damian Lillard, or Allen Iverson, or if you can't get high enough. Allen Iverson is kind of like Dame, but just lower. Moving spins, Pro on all of them, basic on all of them. Just basic. Gives you spin backs, which is it's been Pro for quite a few 2Ks. Just use Pro on all your builds. Every build can get it. Requirements are none, so every build can get it. So let's do that. Moving hesitations, these really don't matter. I recommend you just go Pippen, Zach LaVine, or Rajon Rondo, or if you have low ball handles. But personally, a lot of people just use normal. I just use Scottie Pippen for now. I used to use Zach LaVine, but Scottie Pippen, yeah. Moving step backs, if you're on a small guard, use normal. Gives you the after slide, which is really good on small guards, especially. So that's great on like 6'9s and that. Feels slower. So use normal if you're under 6'5". If you're over 6'5", use Luka Doncic. Creates a lot of space. It is pretty good. I used to use it, especially if you're coming off a spin back. But if you're a small guard, normal is pretty. I recommend it. I use Michael Jordan. I don't know if you can do the spin out of the triple threat for all of them, but I just use Michael Jordan because I know it works on that. I haven't tried any of the other ones, but you can use any, I think. Parker Flashy Bastards, I think just go normal. I think Wizard slows it down. So that's all the dribble Sigs. I will now show jump shots on other builds. So let's get into that. Alright, now time for the jump shots. I'm gonna do some on this build. I have a 92 3-pointer, so I can get every jump shot in the game on this build. And then I'll hop on another build, a 6'8" and a 6'11", and I'll show you the best jump shots on those as well. So for first ones, I'm just going to show you the ones I already have. So if you have a high 3-pointer like this, I'll use Stephen Curry, Oscar Robinson, max blending, max speed. Doesn't matter what the blending is. Definitely recommend that. But that's so. Yeah, if you have a 90, which most 6-1s would have, I don't know if any other build would have a 90, but I'd definitely recommend that. If you want like not fast, but not slow jump shot, I'd recommend Kevin Porter, Oscar Robinson, Bruce Brown. A lot of pros use this, and I go 90-10. It's pretty good. I used to use it. You can use it on late if you want to, but for this one, I'd recommend maybe early. But for this next one, which I also need an 81 for Matt Thomas, and 80-20, I'd recommend going maybe late on this one. I personally, at the moment, I think I'm using the Bruce Brown one. Well, it should be, isn't it? And I'd recommend that. Those are for 6-1s. Now for my 6'5" and over. And now we're going to do low 3-pointer first. So 75 3-pointer for this. Ocean Presale, Oscar Robinson, Thanasis as the top base. Max speed 55-45. Pretty good jump shot. It looks pretty good from what I'm saying, but you can try it out. And for 72 3-pointers are really low. You know, Montrezl Harrell, Oscar Robinson, Sadiq Bey. Good stats except for the timing impact, which is what happens most of the time if you ever try Sadiq Bey's jump shot. Yeah, that tends to happen sometimes. So that's for 72. And for 80 3-pointer, you can try this out. It's alright. Bit fast. Max speed 50-50 blending, obviously, because it's Oscar Robinson, so it doesn't really matter. So 83 pointer there. I only have an 83 pointer on this build, so if you have higher, I'm sorry. Maybe look for another video. Lamelo, Rudy Gay, Sadiq Bey for this one. Max speed 55-45. You can try 50-50 if you want. Go down. There we go. 50-50. Just gonna keep out this for now because Sadiq Bey is really fast, just so you know. And then if you have a 85, you can do 85 3-pointer. You can go Oscar Robinson. Where is it? Am I blind? Oh, wait, where is it? I'm really blind. Oh my. This is the base. I'm an idiot. Sorry about that, guys. Oscar Robinson. Still can't find it. Oh my god, there it is. Finally, we found it. Oscar Robinson, max speed, and then that's a good jump shot if you have an 85, just saying. I think a lot of 6'8", 6'9" have an 85, but I just haven't maxed mine out yet. So that's the best jump shots for 6 over 6'5". Okay. I only have one jump shot here for bigs, but trust me, it's a good one. It's pretty good. Like, by pretty good, I mean I use it on all my big builds. So here we go. We got Montrezl Harrell, Chris Bosh, Giannis. Yes, you heard me, Giannis. But if Giannis is upper release, so isn't as bad as his base, so it's all fine. Remember when I said the thing on Montrezl Harrell's base being a bit bad on the timing impact? Here's another example of it. So you got Chris Bosh, Giannis, and Montrezl Harrell. This is my Giannis build. I thought I should just point that out. So I only get 71 3-pointer. But you don't really need a high 3-pointer for big jump shots, especially this one. I have this one. Used it for quite a while. It is pretty good. Let me know if that's good. I'll show the Sigs on this build for 70, 6'11". Here's the Sigs I use on it. You can probably use Scott Pippen style, but I should start bringing out. They really need to start bringing out some better Sigs for big man. Anyways, now I'm going to get on to the badges, which I've left to the end of the video. Just why not? Okay, here are the best badges for a big man. I'd like to point that out. I'm just going to do the defensive badges because The shooting and the finishing badges are basically the exact same. I'll show you some of the finishing. So I don't have gold rebound chaser, but what you can do, you want to put gold rebound. You want to get the rebound chaser as high as you can. If you're slow, I wouldn't recommend chase down artist on this height, but I mean gold and silver if you're slow. I have on a Hall of Fame. If you are decently fast, I'd get box out beast, maybe gold. I wouldn't recommend Hall of Fame, and you want to get brick wall to at least gold, silver or gold. If you can get Hall of Fame, it's probably not worth badge points unless you're like a really big screener. You want to get handcuff on max as you can. If you like the jump, I know some people, my mates do it all the time. I'll recommend probably go to max as possible if you're the type of person that keep jumping over and over again and you can't get a rebound because of it. Some bigs play passing lanes. If you can get intercepted, do that. If you're a small big, post lockdown is pretty good if you're going up against a paint beast, but you never know if you're going up against one, so it's a bit of a tough situation there. Workhorse with silver is pretty fine. It's pretty good if you're a rebounder. I have a dance from a build. I have Workhorse Hall of Fame. It's really good for rebounding. Playmaking badges, big man need to throw those break starting passes, and they also need, if they get an offensive rebound, you can put Sonic stuff. I don't really have anything to take off. So probably post playmaker, I'll put that on here. If you get an offensive rebound, that's pretty good. And then like maxed out break stuff, if you get a bunch of rebounds, ignore the shooting badges. And if you're finishing, probably if you're big, masher, rise up, fast twitch, they're important. Bully's not the greatest. Ignore the other badges because obviously this is a Giannis build and doesn't have that best capabilities. One, because I do have a lot of shooting and playmaking badges, so we're going to get into this right away. So for finishing, I recommend putting Limitless, Slivery Finisher, and Posterizer high as you can. Them three are deadly together. If you can't get a Dive and Dunk, just max out your Giant Slayer, Fields Finisher, Acrobat. They were good badges. Trust me, you really want to get Limitless max as possible over most overpowered badge, especially if you got those Michael Jordan dunks that I was talking about earlier in the video. For shooting badges, as you can see my shooting badges here, they're pretty good. Age of 3, you want to max that out, especially for any build really. Just for fades and step back threes, if you're just doing that. If you're a popper, man, I would recommend going like catch you shoot maybe. Let me just unequip all of these for you guys. So if you're like 6'1" like me, you want to max out your Age of 3. I'll just put these in just for you. If you cannot get those things. This is a good badge layout. I have more shooting badges. If you don't have higher shooting badges like this, yeah, this is pretty good. Or you can go guard up like this. If you don't have much badges, like I do, you can go green machine that, man. And you can go like this. I did run this for a while. It's actually kind of successful, but I'm shooting on Hall of Fame is actually pretty decent, I found. So I would go with this if you're a 6'1" guard with 28 badges. Personally, if you're a popper, don't tell me that to all my other builds. It did, didn't it? It did. I'm gonna keep doing all my badges for all my things like that. So if you're a popper, I'd go silver catch and shoot, silver claymore. I'm gonna go gold this, silver that. Like bronze, you don't really need that high. Don't really need that high either. There's not many things you can really put on, would you? Can you? Okay. So, and or you can just max out if you do have those badges. Max these two out. It's pretty simple. There we go. I'm just gonna take all of these off, considering it's taken off all my badges, or I could just do it again. Those are the best shooting badges. I'm gonna go to challenges again. Here's the playmaking badges for 6'1" guard. Well, just for any build actually. These are the best you can get. If you're a dribbler, I'll just like to point that out. If you are a center, I'll go silver vice grip. Where is break starter? Where is it? Max out break starter. See, I talked about this, didn't I? And you want to kind of whatever you can really fit everything on, be honest. And that's about all the badges you can do. Or if you're 6'1" with 28 badges. If you're gonna go a 6'1" build, make sure you put 2 on shooting and 2 on playmaking. every time. Okay. Further builds depends on how many badges you can get. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope this helps you guys become competitive or pro, just get better at the game. Badges are really important, same as jump shot. I mean, not every jump shot's going to suit you, but it's going to help you. Okay, especially jump shots with good stats. I do really hope this helped. If this did help, leave a comment. Okay. If you want, you can like. If you want, you can subscribe. I don't really worry about that. I just want to help people get better at this game, and I might start uploading more 2K videos up. So if you do subscribe, you can